All right, y'all, first things first, make sure you watch this video from beginning to end so you don't miss a single detail. Kaiyodo Revoltech is going crazy, y'all. Kaiyodo Revoltech is going crazy, y'all. Now, I don't know what's been going on the past week. I'm assuming an event or something took place somewhere, probably in Japan, but Kaiyodo Revoltech came out of the woodworks and they showcased a ton of their figures. Some of them old, some of them new, but they showed a display of quite a few, and today that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, I'm not going to be covering any pre-orders. Basically, this is just an action figure news video where we discuss what we're looking at. There will be no pre-order news. Now, some of the figures have already been put up for pre-order. I'll make sure to include that in that particular section. But everything that's new, we have no announcement for release dates on. So I wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. But anyway, you guys already know how these videos work. Go ahead and drop a like for your boys. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or you're new here, and let's talk some action figures. Now, starting things off with some figures that we've already seen, we've got the Street Fighter 6, I believe, action figures on display. As you guys can see, we do have Ryu, we do have Chun-Li, and then we do have the guy on the right whose name I can't remember. I do think they put Jury up for pre-order. Am I tripping? Like, I pre-order a lot of stuff and I just forget. But I do think we also got Jury as well from this line. And man, I'm super excited for these, yo. I told you guys a million times, something about the women from Street Fighter I absolutely love. So y'all already know I got my 2 pre-orders for Chun-Li and I couldn't be happier. But y'all know I'm excited for that one. But I'm not gonna lie, man, the homeless Ryu is looking pretty damn good as well. I do love the bearded look. I can't wait to have this figure in hand, man. So I'll have another look for him outside of my Storm Arena, I forget, Street Fighter Alpha look. So that's really dope. I don't remember the name of the guy on the right, but I'm loving the look of that figure too. Loving the soft goods that they did for the jacket, and then that flaming effect, man, that is attached to the kick. I can only think of one thing when I see that, and I know exactly what I'm going to use that accessory for at some given moment. But yes, all of these figures are currently up for pre-order. If you haven't gotten your hands on these, they look beautiful, man. Don't miss out. Usually when Kaiyodo Revoltech figures release, they go crazy for the pricing. So go ahead and get your pre-orders in if you plan on picking these up. Now, keeping it in line with video games, we do have the next property, which is Metal Gear Solid, something I know absolutely nothing about. I've been saying I was going to play this game for quite a while now, but as I've gotten older, I'm not really much of a gamer, especially like I used to be back in my younger days, you guys. But I have always really enjoyed the character designs and models from this particular game, and it's really cool to see that Revoltech is bringing them to action figure form. First off, we've got the main character, Solid Snake, on the right, and then we have who I believe her name is the Boss on the left. Both of these looking really damn good, man. And the Boss, she even looks like she's a bit out of the ordinary Revoltech style, which really attracts me to the figure a little bit more. Maybe it's just because of how she's posed up, but something about this figure looks really cool. Now, I do believe I ordered a Figma version of Solid Snake, and if I enjoy the figure enough, it might push me to play the video game, and if I enjoy the game, it might push me enough to buy both of these figures whenever they release. Heck, who knows? I'll probably pre-order these just so I can review them. But these do look super duper cool, and I'm very happy that Revoltech showed these off. Switching things over to some anime, we do have yet another figure announced in the One Punch Man line. Well, actually, we've got a couple, but I'll go over these one by one. First off, we do have Silver Fang, who is a character I'm not familiar with whatsoever. He might have been in season 1 of the series, but he might not have. If he wasn't in season 1, then I have absolutely no idea who this is. But even still, I really didn't care for this anime that much, so I just couldn't continue watching. But I do know he's a popular character because I've seen him around quite a bit, as well as another character I'm going to discuss in just a second. But yeah, man, it's good to know that they are going to be making more characters. I do have a personal character that I would love for them to make. I'll talk about him in just a second. But yeah, man, we've got Saitama, we've got Genos, and now we have got a confirmed Silver Fang. Continuing on with the One Punch Man announcements, we do have a look at another figure that they actually put on display. It is the Pur Puri Prisoner. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. Now, when I first saw this image on the left, which is basically like a teaser of the figure, I was like, I'm not feeling this already. And now that I see the actual figure on display, it's making me not like it even more, man. It's giving JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Y'all know how I feel about the anime. So obviously anything that even remotely looks like it, I'm not feeling. I ain't gonna go any further because I don't want the JoJo fans attacking me. It's just something about the way those characters look and pose. It just doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. But if you are someone who enjoys this character, then hey, we're getting him in figure form. And for all I know, he might be a super badass in the series. I have no idea. But yeah, we are getting this guy as well. As you can see, he is right in front of us on display. Now, this next figure is one that I know the One Punch Man fans are probably the most excited for, just based off the comments I saw when they announced Silver Fang and the Pur Puri Prisoner. People were blowing up Kaiyodo Revoltech's comments saying, we want Goro. And instead of giving you guys a teaser image, they went ahead and showcased not only a prototype, but a fully painted prototype to let you guys know, like, hey, we know you guys want this and this figure is coming. And I gotta be honest, man, this looks really damn good, yo. This looks really damn good. I don't know anything about this guy other than the fact that I believe he has a nickname, which is the Hero Killer or something like that. So obviously he's a villain. I really do love the swoosh type effects that kind of emulate cursed energy from Jujutsu Kaisen. I know it's not the same thing. You guys relax, but it looks cool, man. I'm really digging the look of this. And I can honestly say that if I end up keeping my Saitama and Genos, which is unlikely, I will probably end up picking this guy up just because it'll work for a cool villain. And who knows, I might have some other ideas that I can do with this figure as well in terms of if I want to make a custom. Sadly, I can't tell you guys what I'm thinking because I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, I'm really digging the look of this overall. And I know you guys are going to be happy with this release. Now, the only other character I would hope for them to make that I would 1000% be picking up is my boy Super Sound Speed O Sonic. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. But he was the only character that caught my attention when I watched this series. So please make him next. Hopefully he's still a relevant character in the series. Now, just like the One Punch Man fans, DandaDan fans can rejoice because now we finally have our first look at the Kaiyodo Revoltech Okarun, which in my opinion looks light years better than the SH figure arts, but that thing was so bad that I don't think it would take much for Kaiyodo Revoltech to make an exceptionally better figure, and that's what I am expecting from this. Now, I kept my expectations for the Figma minimal. It looks good, but we know how things go with Figma from time to time, so this might very well be the best figure that we get of this character in 1/12 scale. So obviously it goes without saying I'm going to be picking this up. I can't wait to see what accessories they throw in with this guy. Hopefully we get some effects. I would like to see that. I would like to see what kind of facial expressions they give to him. I just want to see them go all out with this figure, man, and hopefully it turns out good because I'm not expecting much from Figma, and the S8 figure arts was just horrible. The S8 figure arts line as a whole seems like it's going down a very bad route. So Kaiyodo, please knock this out of the park. I'm crossing my fingers. As of right now, I'm loving what I see. Now, for the final batch of figures, we are going to be talking Attack on Titan, and we're starting things off with the Beast Titan, which is a figure that is already up for pre-order, I believe. And I'll be honest with you guys, when I seen the promo images for this guy, I wasn't sold at all. I was just like, it is what it is. But I already knew that I was going to be cutting this line off anyway. I ordered Aaron, reviewed that, got rid of it. I didn't bother ordering the Armor Titan or I forgot what a Titan Annie is, the female Titan. But I left those alone, and when I saw this guy, I was like, okay, yeah, not sold. But now that I see it on display, this thing looks really damn good. Something about this display makes this figure look crisp, and it could be the lighting. Lighting is always going to make certain things look better than what they are. I don't know, man. This just looks like a really good premium Beast Titan figure, so I'm enjoying the look of this. Now, I'm still not going to be picking it up, but if it does turn out as good as it looks on this display here, I cannot wait to see what figure collectors do in terms of photography on Instagram. I cannot wait to see people going crazy with those photos. So yeah, really, really good looking figure, but from this point, it's about to get even better. And that is because they also showed off the Jaw Titan, which immediately made my jaw drop when I seen this, because my oh my, does this thing look really damn good. And I'm not a fan of this Titan at all. I think the design is okay at best, but when I see this in figure form, this just looks like something I could really enjoy, especially if you look at the image on the left, where you can see he's got either a different head sculpt or the mouth is just able to open, and he's got that really dope slash effect, man. I am digging that, yo. This looks like it's going to be crazy, and I know the more of these that we get, the more the photography is going to absolutely blow my mind, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing what action figure collectors that do action figure posing and photography are going to do with these. This is one I wish I could get, but if I get this guy, I know it's going to make me want to go back and get some of the others. So sadly, I'm going to pass on it, but I cannot go without acknowledging how amazing, no pun intended, this thing looks. Now, last but certainly not least is the giant himself, the Colossal Titan. And I had to make sure I showed both of these images so you can see just how massive this figure is. Now, sadly, it's not an action figure. Actually, I can't even say sadly for reasons I'm about to discuss, but it's not an action figure. From what I see, it appears to be a statue, which means it's going to be cheaper than it would be if it was an action figure. Now, I say cheaper lightly because if you plan on picking this up, I'm going to tell you guys right now, all of these Attack on Titan figures run between 80 to 100 bucks, coming with minimum accessories, by the way. Now, this guy right here is a giant. As you can see, we've got him stacked up next to the other figures from the line, and they don't even come up to his kneecap, bro. Like, some of them aren't even as big as the foot on this guy. So price on this guy, I don't see it being any less than $400, and God forbid Big Bad Toy Store even gets a batch of these. $1,200, and that's cutting it lightly with them. This thing is going to be so ridiculously expensive that it's almost going to be pointless for them to make unless they're making it just specifically for people in Japan to pick up. Because even if you ordered something like this off of AmiAmi or Hobby Genki, with as big as this figure is, imagine how much it's going to be in shipping, yo. This thing is going to be no less than $100 shipping, and that's adding to the $400, $500, $600, $700 that it might be just to purchase the figure alone, and then add taxes and the other T word in that. You guys know what I mean. So this one right here, I don't know, man. Anyone outside of Japan, I don't see picking this up. But if this figure does come to fruition, which it looks like it is because it's on display, this one's going to be rare. They might have to do like 200 pieces or something to make it to where the diehard Attack on Titan collectors pick this up and they do make their money's worth off of it. But I don't know. This looks super duper dope. Sadly, this is not something I will ever own or probably even see in person, but it looks damn cool. So all in all, nothing too crazy in this video, but definitely some things that I wanted to discuss with you guys. When it comes to action figure companies making dope products, I love to take the time to talk about them. And that's exactly why I made this video in the first place. I love Kaiyodo Revoltech. I really, really do. Honestly, I wish I could collect more of these, but between the price hikes on action figures these days and then the abundance of figures coming out from multiple lines, Tamashii Nations, Figma, Revoltech, even domestic companies now at this point, Storm Collectibles, Storm Arena, Marvel Legends that sometimes I do enjoy picking up, such as the Maximum Spider-Man, and then third-party companies as well. I've been buying a bunch of third-party stuff. It's so difficult, man. It's so difficult, and Kaiyodo Revoltech and Figma seem to be the most expensive out of everything, so I really have to pick and choose what I decide to pick up. But a lot of these figures I am going to be picking up, probably everything outside of a couple of the One Punch Man figures and then the Attack on Titan stuff. But yeah, man, really dope stuff. And now I want to turn to you guys. How are you feeling about all the information you discussed, man? Are you going to be picking up any of these figures? Did you watch just to support? You like what you saw? You dislike anything that you feel like saying? Drop it into the comment section below. I always read all the comments and I respond to as many as possible. So yeah, get down to the comment section and tell me how you feel. Overall, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, as that always helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep all my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.